I, 22-year-old female, have two friends, 21-year-old female and 25-year-old female. They both judge me for being into anime and K-pop. Am I being dramatic? Let's see. I have two friends. Both of them do not know each other. Both friends are aware of my interest of anime and K-pop. Friend A and I were hanging out one evening. The topic of me going to the concert came up in discussion. I showed her where I was sitting. To give context, I will be behind the barricade. When she found out, she pretty much told me, why would you get those seats? It makes no sense. Will you even be able to see? I told her I thought it was a good deal and I would be fine. She didn't sound too convincing, saying, oh, if you say so, girl. And sorry. The way I just said girl. And she went on talking about her concert experiences, seeing her favorite artist. She then mentioned how she was in nosebleeds, but still able to enjoy herself, which I thought was pretty hypocritical. Because how are you going to judge me for being close, but she's only being far away? I didn't tell her that, I just remained silent and nodding my head. She then mentioned how she wanted to see who I was seeing. I showed her videos and pictures of the group I was seeing. Her facial expression looked as if she was confused. I pulled my phone away and tilted my head for her to speak her mind. She went on saying how she didn't get the hype and how they pretty much look like girls to her and how she never understood why men wore makeup and how it's not attractive. She then went on talking about their eyes as well. I was beyond shocked when I heard this. She then changed the topic when she saw I had nothing to say. She then started talking about how she couldn't understand why her BF liked anime, which I was confused. What that had anything to do with what we were talking about prior. She then went on saying how it's childish and it's literally cartoons. She looked at me for me to say something. All I told her was, I don't know what you want me to say. You know I like anime as well. I have tattoos and posters, girl. And eventually we put something on to watch, but I was feeling sick to my stomach because the friend I knew would never say something so disheartening and racist. I had a feeling ever since this year that this new boyfriend of hers has been making her act differently. I just told her how it was getting late and how I have work in the morning. Friend B, she lives states away from me. She moved years ago. But when I told her over via call the news about the tickets and showed her the section, she had the same reaction. She said, will you even be able to see? Why would you get these? I explained that I'll be just fine. She sighed and went on tangent about how she never understood the hype about K-pop and how she hoped I don't become one of those parasocial fans. She went on saying how she never understood why people even like celebrities because you're wasting money on people you don't know. I was baffled and told her how she had nothing to worry about because I know my place as a fan and I generally enjoy their music and how talented they are. I went on to explain how I know not everyone can like the same stuff and that's okay. She then told me she had to go and that was the end of that. Some more context on friend B, she is married and also loves anime as well. She complains to me as well how she has friends who don't get the hype around anime but appreciates me because I understand and have the same love for it. So I was just hurt by her response because I thought she was being pretty hypocritical about her stance. Okay. You honestly just need new friends because like honestly, friends like this is being toxic, and this is not just me being a K-pop and anime fan, but like the fact that you have friends that put down your interest shows that they're not truly friends. Like my friends, they're into like F1, League, and they're engineering students. I don't understand that. I'm not a gamer, F1 guy, into engineering or any of that. I don't understand it, but if they're into it, they're into it, and that's okay. They know I'm very much into K-pop and I'm a content creator, and they're like, okay, that's so cool. That's what friends are for. Like, you don't have to have the same interest to be friends. You just have to vibe with each other, connect with each other. And it doesn't have to be over interest. It can just be over the little things. And that's what friends are for. Whereas, like, fully shaming your friends, be like, you're gonna sit there just for a bunch of Korean people? It's a concert. Like, let them be. Let them do what they want to do. If they're willing to pay for it, let them do it. And as long as they're gonna be sensible, then that's perfectly fine. I don't see the point in shaming on it. And with anime, like, oh, it's just cartoons. What's Goblin Slayer? Just the first episode, and that's just one anime I'm naming. Watch Goblin Slayer. Tell your friend to watch Goblin Slayer, and if you know, you know. Like, honestly, like saying that anime is just for kids, like, here's my take when it comes to kids content and all of that. Like some things are definitely targeted towards kids, but if you still feel a connection to it as an adult, then I'd just say go for it. Because like, I watched anime since I was a kid. I'm a huge Dragon Ball kid. I'm a huge Pokemon kid and all of that. You know, I'm that type of guy. And I'm still into those stuff now because like, back then I couldn't afford to like buy Pokemon cards, buy Dragon Ball figures, and like buy all these games and stuff. But now I can buy Pokemon cards all I want. As an adult with adult money, I can buy all the figures I want. I can buy all the manga I want with my adult money that I earned by myself, because it kind of like heals my inner child as well, because I didn't get to do the things that I wanted to do, but now that I get to with my own money, with my own time, because that's how I want to spend it, I'm perfectly happy with that. And now I'm happy as an adult doing what I wanted to do as a kid, because I didn't get to before, but now I do, and I'm happy about that. And like, it feels like I also earned to do that because I earned the money to do so. So I'm going to do that with anime. I'm going to do that with K-pop. I'm going to do that with football and all that, with all my interests, because that's what I want to do. It's not like I'm like causing any trouble, causing any harm. I'm just doing what interests me. So to this person that made this post, your friends are just stupid. They're just mean. They just don't understand what it's like to have interests. That's what it just seems like. Like the second friend, the fact that she shamed you for being into K-pop, and she's scared that you're gonna turn into one of those stalker K-pop stans. Like, you also watch anime. You should know that like not all anime fans are like, oh, kawaii desune otaku bestie type people. So you should know that your friend isn't like one of those Annyeong haseyo chonin blah 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 K-pop stans. Like, there's a difference. Like when I tell people, because here's the thing, all right, when I'm not wearing this black shirt, here's a little insight in my life. I usually wear like a football jersey with jeans and like baggy jeans. That's what I usually wear. And when people first meet me, they probably think, oh yeah, he's just a guy that, you know, that's into football and stuff. And when I told them into K-pop and anime, they're like, wait, you're into sports and anime and K-pop? They're like, what? Like, you can have different interests and all that, and like, no fan is different than the other. Like, I feel like the whole perception of anime and K-pop fans has been blown out of the what's the saying? I know there's some sort of saying, I don't know what it is, but I know like it's the one bad egg rule, right? If you see one bad egg in one carton, you expect the rest of the eggs to be bad, so you throw away the whole carton. But the thing is, it's not like that. Like, the thing is, 90% of K-pop fans aren't the parasocial blah blah blah. It's usually that 10% that's on Twitter and stuff. And you're probably like, oh yeah, but there's millions of accounts on Twitter. Exactly. That's how big K-pop is. And like, it's insane. The fact that people still shame others for liking what they like and just going to concerts. Like, imagine shaming someone for going to watch like Sabrina Carpenter. She's a great, talented artist. You can go to a concert. What does it make any different for Stray Kids? Different sound, yeah, but it's still a concert. Music is music. Enjoy what you enjoy. My cute aunt was saved by BTS. What? Trigger warnings, child abuse, and SL. Okay. Long rant ahead. Content warning. Brief mentions of child abuse and essay. Okay, so please be mindful of that. I've always loved my aunt. She was like my best friend growing up. We always snuck desserts out of the refrigerator or played video games together. Now my aunt is in her late 50s and she's always been sort of a liberal person. The last few years though, her life has turned upside down due to family problems. Her mother getting sick, losing money, etc. And she sought solace in conspiracy theories. They started off harmless-ish, like the Princess Diana one, or the one about the moon landing, but slowly she started descending into canon. Canon? I don't know what that is. I didn't know what it was at first. I was super concerned. She started spewing hatred about gays and transgendered people whom she loved before, and she started talking about Bill Gates and how he microchipped vaccines. Oh god. I was abused as a young child, both physically and and since I was close with this aunt, I decided to open up about my PTSD and gradual recovery. She went off about how if I really want to stop child abuse, I should stop supporting Democrats. Gosh. According to her, they are satanic and they kidnap kids and harvest the adrenaline and snort it. She started going on in this 3-hour rant about how Democrats are the reason why I'm going through this, not allowing me to speak or get a single word in. I gave up and excused myself from the table and locked myself in my room to cry. She texted me an hour later, which I thought was going to be an apology, but turned out to be a video about cabals. What are cabals and how I can stop them from hurting other children? I was devastated. I know she doesn't mean to be crazy or insensitive, but I feel like I lost her that day. She definitely lost it. She definitely lost it. Here's an update though. I made a post here several months ago about my left-wing aunt who used to be super progressive aunt falling down the canon rabbit hole out of nowhere. She said some bizarre things about Democrats, cabals harvesting adrenaline from children, and she started talking about how Trump being a super genius pretending to be an idiot because it was all according to plan. Naturally, it was very weird and heartbreaking to see her descend into this delusion. Currently, it's like she did a complete 180. She's back to normal. It's really freaking me out. She's back to supporting left-wing politicians fighting for recreational drug use, sharing legitimate medical research articles, and more. This is so weird to me, like it's none of that canon shit even happened. Did anyone else notice a similar pattern in a loved one? Don't tell me BTS. I made 2 posts on this sub in the past about my liberal left-wing Q aunt who descended down the rabbit hole of Q law, from cowboys who eat kids to Democrats, Hollywood celebs trafficking people to Epstein Island. One day it all just stopped. She stopped sharing Q stuff, stopped believing in it. She started talking about liberal stuff again like it never happened. I was baffled. Did she have dementia? A stroke? Today I found out the answer. It was BTS. She started getting into K-pop as soon as Dynamite was released, and dear lord, now she knows their names, their mums' names. I don't even know that. Their favorite food, etc. From what she told me, they inspired her to be a better person. They would make donations to Black Lives Matter, rally for accessible mental health for all, and promote self-love and compassion. She is now an army, I guess. That's that. I'm not a big BTS fan, but if you're reading this and are a BTS or B member of my army, thank you. What the F? Thanks so much. What a plot twist. I'm gonna go lie down now. Okay, she called me at 3 a.m. sobbing about a Korean show called Crash Landing Into You. And then after some incoherent garbled speech, she hung up. I think she just wanted friends, and most boomers her age are into Q and conservative shit. She found a group of middle-aged ladies who love BTS, and now she's thriving. They have little dance groups and glow sticks and are making plans to attend concerts in the future. You go, middle-aged ladies. BTS paved the way.